My dear friends, today's gospel is actually a very practical gospel because Jesus is directly addressing the complaint of the disciples of John and the Pharisees. Because the disciples of Jesus were not fasting while they were fasting, and they were really sick about this practice of the disciples of Jesus. So they come complaining, and Jesus addresses this issue very practically. I remember once I was preaching retreat to a group of young novices, and one of them came to talk to me saying, "Father, I need to talk to you." I said, "What is it about, my child?" And she said, "Father, I do certain, penances." The first question I asked her when she said she's practicing penances was, "Is your novice mistress aware that you are practicing your penances?" She said, "No, Father, but you shouldn't tell it to her that I'm practicing penances." I said, "I'm not going to say, but you have to say to her." The reason why I proposed this to her was because Holy Mother St. Teresa of Avila, in her works, she specifies very clearly, some of us, in the guise of making penances and strict practices, make a lot of mistakes in their spiritual journey, that they drain themselves of all spiritual vitality and energy, leaving them good for nothing. In fact, they destroy their spiritual capacity to progress any further, and at the same time they fill themselves with a lot of fear and illness, thereby they are not able to proceed. So this is in a way an indirect attack of the evil in our spiritual exercises and spiritual life. It could happen to any of us. So therefore, my dear friends, we need to be vigilant towards this. So when I say this, I just want to remind you that church is not against fasting. Church is not against having strict observances or pious practices or mortifications. Church is not against them. Church is very much in favor of them. But we shouldn't do these things unchecked. We shouldn't do these things without the proper guidance of a spiritual master or a spiritual leader, which otherwise could lead to mistakes. Irreparable damages could happen in our spiritual journey. Therefore, we need to be vigilant. We need to be watchful and careful. Let every pious practice or every act of fast or penance be with proper intention and guidance. Thereby, we don't make mistakes, because in our spiritual journey, sometimes we are little children seeking direction and guidance. And he who seeks direction and guidance will progress rapidly and securely. God bless you. Amen.